Well, to be played before this one. All right, so this is Ambivalence. It's a campaign. It's a Dark Templar Vorazun campaign created by PowerCoreX64. He's also created Shadow of Liberty. This is Mission 2 of that campaign. I've never played Mission 1. Allies. This map is part of an in-development campaign. This is what I was just talking about. Additional tips have been added for context. This campaign continues the story of Shadow of Liberty Act 1. Got it. Minor spoilers ahead. 2 days have passed since Matriarch Vorazun and Executor Zul destroyed a United Order outpost on Scion. Since then, the province has had difficulties recovering. Embarrassed and outmatched, the United Order fled Ire into Dominion space. To address this threat, Hierarch Artanis has given Vorazun the Spear of Adun to hunt down the insurgents and bring an end to the rebellion. Now Vorazun and Karax approach Noria, one of the 4 worlds gifted to the CPL by the Dominion after the Soul Raiders War. It's here that they plan to capture Nox and bring an end to this ordeal. Special thanks to Thricodius, Hammer107, Kazor, Nellenstar, Vastinex, Solstice, a user who got transferred to the new SC2 Mapster site who has been lost to time, and Jack the Archer for custom assets seen in this campaign. Rewind has been disabled for the campaign. Manually save. Is it, I assume, because rewinding messes up some triggers, perhaps? I'm not sure. Let's go. Everyone wonders if I will be as good an emperor as my father, but I want something more. To prove that I will be a better emperor and a better man. Valerian Megsk. Oh boy. Oh boy! We got 15 points. Black hole duration. Starting minerals. Starting supply. Dark pylon radius. Well, black hole is real good. Does this, like, how many minerals is this adding, I wonder? Because I'm leaning towards just the starting minerals. But starting supply could be better based on the cost. You know, if 1 point of minerals is outweighed by how much it would cost to just put down pylons. 25? Okay. So 4 points into starting minerals is the cost of 1 pylon, whereas it would cost us 8 to go into starting supply. So it just makes, I think we just go straight minerals here. Let's do it. Black hole duration could be good, but I don't think is necessary. Black hole, just to use it to stun units, even if it's for a short amount of time, is good enough. Let's just take the minerals so we can get off to a stronger start. Oh, 4 supply. Wow, you really, I'm really, I'm going for a ride here. See, so this is only 2 points into starting supply for 1 pylon is valued higher than the minerals. Let's do it this way. Let's just go standard. That's fine. Again, we're sticking to normal. It's just how I play through Maporino. No, we're too late. Look at those thick-ass stalkers. Karax, have you detected anything? I picked up several Protoss signatures deeper in the city, accompanied by Terrans in close proximity. Matriarch, there are Terrans ahead, and they bear the emblem of the Dominion. Time to get some answers. Contact. Protoss to the east. Hold your fire. That looks like Vorazun. Antaro Adun, Dominion soldier. I am Matriarch Vorazun, representative of the Nerazim on the Enclave Council. Damn glad to see you here, Vorazun. I'm John Longtree, commander of the Dominion forces on Noria, and welcome to the front line. Or if you're a glass half full Protoss, then welcome to Kingsdale, the biggest little city in the Dominion. I am here in search of Protoss insurgents on your planet. Have you come into contact with any? Sure have. They're allied with the Defenders of Man. Surely you're mistaken. Ain't kiddin'. They're working together. 3 days ago, the Defenders of Man showed up all pissed because their leader was exposed. Yesterday, your Protoss insurgents showed up. To top that, I'm understaffed. Valerian recalled my ships to Vardona a little while back, and they haven't returned. Don't give up hope, friend John. I'm sure Valerian is sending reinforcements as we speak. I haven't given up hope. Valerian's never abandoned me, and this time won't be an exception. That's very noble of you, friend John. Thank you. Okay, as you can see, I'm in a bit of a bind and would really appreciate your help. You in? Of course. Alright, here's the situation. I was cut off from my main force and I stumbled across these civilians here. They need to be escorted to my base. We can figure out the rest once we get there. Let's move out. Tips. Okay, maybe. Ooh, okay, so we got the crisp Vorazun console here. Let's just quick save Vorazun. Yes. Oh my god. Pew, 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 pew. The displaced civilians accompanying John must be escorted to his headquarters up north for protection. All civilians must make it to his base. If you wish to command all civilians, use the civilians button on the left. Interesting. Nox was once a Void Ray pilot. Let's see if we can maybe find if there's anything else related to gameplay here. The biggest little city in the Dominion. Kingsdale is a bit of everything for everyone. Kingsdale is the capital city of Norio, one of the 4 worlds the CPL were gifted by Arcturus Mengsk. It was ranked the 8th most green city in the Dominion, and has experienced a massive boom in the waste disposal industry. So the mob. Unfortunately, the city's progress has been halted by the recent Defenders of Man and the United Order attacks. Okay, new Protoss faction here. 5 rebellious Nerazim, led by Talus, to occupy the Dalam Citadel in Telematros. Their goal is to break the Dalam and preserve Nerazim independence. Alright, so they're still not happy even after Legacy of the Void. Okay. Again, I'm just skimming these. I think reading them aloud would be quite time-consuming. You could always pause the VOD if you're interested. You could even pause the stream. All right, so let's get started. So Vorazun, what can you do? Shadow Dash. Okay, so it's what she was in the original. Look at these stalkers. Interesting. Reduces stalker attack speed. Why would we want to reduce our attack speed? There must be a benefit to that, and I don't know what it is. Okay, so we got John. We've got a whole group here. Vorazun, and then John. Outfitted Longtree's Wrath with a plasma attachment. It will require a minimum of 25 seconds to build up. Enough plasma to deliver a 25 seconds? 2.5 seconds, I'm going to imagine, perhaps? Okay.
I walk the shadowed path.
So let's look around. And okay, so civilians.
What is your will?
Let's hotkey these just in case, and keep them kind of clumped up, and then let's look around. Makes me wonder if maybe there's some hidden stuff that we're looking for as well. So Vorazun has Shadow Fury. I might want to turn that off. I don't know. Turn that off autocast, I mean.
You require counsel.
Can we name him to Thick Stalker Squadron? You can name him whatever you want, dog. Don't waste my time. Yeah, Shadow Dash. That's what I'm talking about. Let's just stay close. Again, there's a lot of these little streets, so I gotta be careful I'm not gonna get flanked in some way as I try to move the civilians up. What? Oh, that's right. So there are Protoss that are helping this goofy little Terran faction. So that's why there are enemy Protoss here. Let's move up. It's not a very long path. This is, I think, mostly to acclimate us to our new heroes. All right, John.
Okay, armchair.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, we've done it. Again, I think this was meant to be just sort of a way to get acclimated to the heroes more than anything else. There's no build-up to that attack, so I'm not sure why it says that it takes...
Don't waste my time.
It takes time to build it up. Commander John, what a relief. And making friends, I see. Sure am. The Enclave sent us reinforcements. With their help, we should be able to kick those rebels back to their mamas. Good to hear. Where do you stand? Almost 6 feet under, if I'm going to be honest, sir. Been losing men left and right. Damn Reds and Greens have us surrounded and are preparing for an assault. Our magazines are a bit lighter than I'd like them to be. Thankfully, the rest of our forces aren't too far away, but the Reds and Greens are blocking our path. The Reds and Greens. All right, tell your men to man the barricades. Yes, sir. Enlighten me on what exactly your plan is, friend John. Well, we're going to draw those Rebs right to us and fight them off while the civilians take refuge in the bunker. We hold the line here, Vorazun. Now get ready. Oh, 20-second cooldown. Got it. Rebs. Rebels. Okay, so we have a bunker. Hold the front, dug in deep. Vorazun and John have found themselves in a difficult situation. With enemies swarming around them, you have no choice but to defend their current location. Spread your forces wisely to each entrance. Utilize the cover to protect your units from incoming fire. While in cover, your units gain range. 2 pounds from MRMM. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for that, buddy. So cover gives us... We want to probably go on hold position. Spread out. Hey, chums, their commanders are by that bunker. Let's get them. Here they come. Eyes up, visors down. We defend that bunker with our lives. Hold position. John over here. Spread these ladies out. Hold position here. Are we taking... we're taking less damage, too, in cover. Like, significantly less damage. Turn off Shadow Fury. Let's get her down here. Help us out. Shadow Fury here. Hello? There you go. This Stalker's not attacking. Where is John? Okay, he's down here. That's fine. Hold position. Watch for Centurions. They'll rush our cover. Let's quick save. Oh, 4.5 minutes. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm trying to Shadow Fury. Get over here, lady. I feel like you're not really shooting, so I'm gonna move you down here instead. Don't tell me my other medic died. I think my other medic... No, they're here. You gotta stay here. Stay in cover, please. John can tank a lot, so I'm happy with where he's at. I don't know why I can't... I'll just leave it on autocast, I guess. I can't cast Shadow Fury on the ramps. So it's like Stalkers, Marauders down there. I'm feeling okay. I think I may have lost like a unit earlier, but for the most part, we're okay. I'm trying to quick save. It doesn't seem like it's working, so let me go ahead and do a manual save just in case, because, yeah, it doesn't seem like that's working. Yeah, it seems like the cover works like it did in Odyssey a little bit. I think I lost that. Oh, no, I never had a unit down there in the first place, actually. Let's get you over here. I may have lost some stuff to the Centurions, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why she's not Shadow Furying. Oh, there she goes. Something with the terrain, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe I should move John to the right? Because that's where the Dark Archons seem to be coming from. Okay, move back over here.
What is your will? We must form
This is a good holdout. This is a good holdout. It's intense.
There is much to be done.
That's all fine. Another 2 pounds from MRMM. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support, man. Let's get over here. Goliaths incoming. They'll be able to outrange our Marines. That's okay. That's all right. That's what our heroes are for. Depends on where they're going to be coming from. I watched your vids when I was younger. Well, here you are today as well. You watched it when you were younger. You watched it when you were older. Maporino is timeless. That's what this is. That's what this all means. Trying to move these medics into different positions. Could like lay down cover on one full side with Vorazun. Minute 51. We're doing pretty good here. Yes, kill those Centurions. Hellbet's on the way. They'll be able to bypass our cover. Let's quick save again. I think that's okay. They're not going to do much damage to the Marauders. I think it's just you can't cast Shadow Fury on the ramps. That's actually that Marauder's in the perfect spot. Perfect spot right now. Minute 11. I'm glad I played on normal, if only because, again, it's kind of one of those situations where unless you know what to expect, you might really struggle on the harder difficulties. Yeah, honestly, that Marauder, I'm just lucky that it's in the exact right position that it needs to be in right now. Get down there. I'm just using Vorazun. I think putting our John. I think putting John over on the right would have been smarter because I could have used his ability on Dark Archons. I may have lost a couple units at the beginning, but for the most part, I think we haven't lost too much, and we're only at 17 seconds here, so. And yeah, leaving the medics off hold position to let them roam to the top and bottom, basically letting them cover 2 corners each. Ooh, okay, yeah, big attack coming in here. Looks like we did it. No! Freaking hell. That's all of them. Oh, no, those are the enemies. I thought those were my guys behind the barricade on the other side. One of your soldiers approaches from the north, friend John. Ah, Commander. Nice to see you haven't kicked the bucket. Likewise, soldier. Is the way north safe? With what you pulled off, sir, I can lead you right to our base. 76 would be glad to hear you're alive. 76? How about Temples, Orion, and Homer? Did they make it? No, sir. We recovered their dog tags. Damn. Nothing I can do about it now. I got some civilians with me. What was 76 done with the rest of them? All civilians have been sent to the new anchorage via dropship. All right, then. Everyone on me. We head north. Thank you, both of you, for everything. We're soldiers. It's what we're meant for. I wish you all the best. Adun be with you, Terrans. Nice to see you, Commander. You too, 76. Oh, I managed to save the defensive drones and a stockpile of backlash missiles. I also did some reconnaissance on the Rebels' base. And? We have another combat SCV! They're in possession of a laser drill, sir. Might be the one from Zill. It's Bob! Umojin pirate turned Dominion freedom fighter. Damn, Mobius Tech. Last thing we need right now. I've got some good news, though. The Enclave has sent us reinforcements. I could see that. Your presence is a godsend, Vorazun. My forces and I will aid you in any way we can. If that's the case, then we need you to set up a base. I'll look for a suitable location. Pardon me a moment. I've never heard of a name so unique as yours, 76. Oh, well, my dad died before I was born, and my mom died while giving birth. The doctors didn't know what to call me, so I was named after my room number. Honestly, I kind of like it. Makes me stand out from the billions. Well, that and my stroke. Stroke? Had it when I was 3. Now I'm left-handed, and only 5% of the sector can say that. You've led an eventful life, 76. You don't seem bothered by it. I like to keep a smile on because others usually smile back. Oh, before I forget, I just want to say it was amazing fight alongside you on Tarsonis all those years ago. Tarsonis? You were there during the Soul Raiders War? Sure was. I was stuck in the mineral lines, though. Any contribution to the war was invaluable. No position should be disregarded, friend 76. Thanks, Vorazun. It means a lot. All right, ladies, down to brass tacks. I found a suitable location for a base to the east. However, it's guarded by Rebs. Thankfully, we can use our backlash missiles to demolish them. Sounds like a plan. All right, 76, load those missiles. I like roses. I like roses. I like... Jeez. No, they got Stevie. Not Stevie. Nice. Something tells me we're not going to be able to use those for the whole mission. We're setting up our base presently. Support will be coming soon. Not Stevie, no! Makes you feel a little bad, doesn't it? All these men, they had families. Someone's son, someone's father, someone's husband. The defenders of Man have activated a laser drill to discourage further assaults on their base. The laser drill will attack any enemy units it can see, slowly killing them. Destroy the laser drill for easier mobility across the map. Okay, well that's got to be our first main jam. Oh. I'm hitting Q? Oh, there we go. I see. Matrek Vorazun, I finished outfitting the Solar Core with Dark Templar energies to support our forces. To support your however, more work is required to unlock its full potential. I also begun mining Vespine gas in a neighboring city to help you with your deficit. So I'm like, I have to start building stuff, but I'm trying to read. The Hierarch has authorized the use of Dark Archons, and the Terran 76 has supplied me with nanotechnology, which will allow us to repair mechanical units. I'll bestow this technology to your signifiers. Powerful attack caster can use psionic storm feedback and heal abilities. Holy shit. Dark Templar, I'm familiar. Dark Archon, I'm familiar. Vespine Deficit. The city of Kingsdale is built upon with few Vespine geysers. Thankfully, CoreX has a small mining operation near the city of New Anchorage where Vespine is plentiful. Periodically, CoreX will transfer their provisions to you.
There is
Okay.
must place that power.
Okay, well, let's just get started. There's some gas here. It's not a lot. Okay, so the hotkeys to build are all grid hotkeys. It's going to confuse me a little bit. Vorazun, if you need protection or detection, say when and where. John's orbital command is now under your control. Very nice. Very nice. Defensive drones. Backlash rockets. Okay, we just need vision on some stuff. We should move down and take that base pretty much as soon as possible. What's going on with the probe icon there? It's a little goofy looking.
Mineral reserves are insufficient. Niraz Gulio.
Okay, so Dark Archons would be... Oh, okay, and we have orbital assimilators. That's quite nice. Hang on one second. My... I don't know if it's the... I don't know. Let me just... I gotta unplug my keyboard and plug it back in, because I'm hitting Q and it's not working, so... Okay.
Attack.
Oh, okay. Well, there are units down there. That's okay. There we go. Now it's working. Let's start teching up a little bit. I gave myself those opening resources, so we should spend them. Centurions have the stun? Yeah, they do. Alright, Vorozoon. And then I guess the orbital command is like its own little hero, so let's hotkey that. Vorozoon's permanently cloaked, so she should be good here. Vespene in a minute. Ah, I see. So that can see us. I guess I really just need to shoo it away. There we go. Now I can come down and take this.
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
And then... Well, we should probably get some defense up here.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Really like down here, just to ensure that stuff can't get by us. The changed building hotkeys, as much as I like QWER for abilities, it's a little confusing. Let's grab this particle disruptor. Vorozoon, Matriarch, you're interfering with something greater than both of us. I would advise you to stay out of our way. We need access to that communications tower. Why do you need access to the communications tower? I cannot say. I do not know who is involved. Okay.
Yes.
Hello. There we go. Gotta kill these, otherwise the laser drill's gonna keep blasting away.
We must form a
I've said too much. Know that you have the opportunity to walk away, Vorozoon, and avoid further bloodshed. Sometimes it's a little confusing. People just keep talking. I'm trying to play the game. I can't focus. He doesn't seem to be in possession of all his marbles.
Upgrade complete. Your forces grow more.
I'm just gonna grab all these. Leg enhancements is good. Photon cannons, that's all great. Again, right now, though, let's focus on teching up. Escape brings it up the menu. It doesn't actually change the... There's a lot of things I want to talk about here, but again, I'm a little frazzled because there's a lot of new stuff here. Not a ton of new stuff, but enough that I'm a little, you know, I'm trying to get acclimated here. So let me set up this defense. We could talk about some of the new stuff here.
Requires your aid.
Does our ally realistically need help here?
Not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
Very, very frequent attacks. Very, very frequent attacks. I'd love to get rid of that laser drill as soon as possible.
Yes. There is
The hotkeys, man. They're throwing me for a loop.
enough minerals.
Oh, so we don't have a
The
forge.
enemy lays siege to your allies' base. Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
We're good on Vespene. We could start getting Dark Archons and then just stealing as much as possible. Do I need to research it anywhere? No, but they don't have much energy, so we need to get that going as soon as possible. I gotta remember that I do have spear energy. He's moving out with some decent attacks. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and save. Again, I have to remember to manually save. The quick save, for some reason, isn't working.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, let's get this set up.
Not enough minerals.
Yes. Yes, Argus Crystal. And we want to get another... It's an interesting faction. I'd like to get another Dark Shrine so that we can get double upgrades.
Upgrade complete. Make use of this surge in potential.
Okay, so let's not get any more Dark Archons until that finishes. Do I have I do have Chrono Boost.
Under attack.
Let's get this set up. Our ally... Well, I'm assuming our ally is self-sufficient. He looks fine. Signifiers seem so good. So let's wait for the next
Allies' base is in peril.
set of Vespene as well. There's the heal. 4 life for 1. These seem so good.
Upgrade has been
These seem really, really, really good. I gotta remember I've got these as well. Can't do it through the fog. I can scan. Like, what I could do is scan. Can I just do this? Oh, out of range. Okay, that's fine. That'd have been, I guess, a little too good. A little too cheesy, I suppose. Okay, so that's done. Let's get our upgrades.
We have not enough Vespine
I don't really
gas.
need Blink, unless they automatically use it, which I doubt.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Okay, let's go ahead and get these fully saturated here.
Not enough minerals.
I really like this faction. So, we have no forges. All of our upgrades come from the Dark Shrines, which is cool, and that makes sense. Yeah, gas is obviously a big problem. Next time we get attacked, we want to make sure that we're using... I mean, I can use my Spear Energy to at least give me Dark Pylons, and we can use these to... We can use the Dark Pylons also to keep our stuff hidden. Like our mineral lines down here would be good. Keep it secret, keep it safe, etc., etc. I watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy recently. Still holds up. It's an old movie, but it's good. Fellowship of the Ring was 2002. Can you believe that? Those films are incredible. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna grab both of these actually when I can afford to queue them up. If we attack with our allies, then we'd probably be in much better shape. Okay, so I've got Dark Archons, we can start stealing stuff, and then Signifiers. I'm going to hotkey these so that I can tab through them. I'd like to start moving out, but I don't know what I realistically am going to need to keep the pressure on. More Signifiers, if only because they can heal.
Surge in potential.
If only because they can heal. And then we have to rely on our ally to help us scan. I really like how the warp gates also allow us to warp in groups of 3. It's like the Artanis co-op I just saw in the chat
Upgrade complete. Your forces grow more powerful.
that he uses the co-op dependencies to do that. I think that should be more than enough. Production structures. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Again, escape brings up the menu. It doesn't actually allow you to work backwards through the... Wait. Control X. Do it, buddy.
You require counsel.
Borazun, my boys are setting up an outpost here. That will help our attack against the Rebs. Any protection you can provide would be appreciated. So let's get over there. John has ordered his men to construct several outposts across Kingsdale. These outposts will defend key attack paths for the United Order and Defenders of Man. In addition, they will create attack waves and assist you in the fight. Protect them while they establish their defenses. Let's get over there. We've got a good amount of defense set up in our base, so I'm not as concerned. Also, our cannons are super good. Shield batteries as well. I normally block with them. I'm not watching my attacking forces. I realize this is a problem. So let's just sit here, and we can get a Dark Pylon so we can warp in reinforcements. And then probably start spending our gas on Dark Templar straight up. Whoop, my hotkeys, my hotkeys. Hey, a Dark Archon for a Dark Archon. I think I'm just going to rely on my Signifiers to heal. As much as I like Psystorm, but I guess I would just need a different set of hotkeys to use those. They're cloaked too. Holy shit, this faction is great. I hope I didn't accidentally block his ability to build whatever he wants to build. Again, let's continue to wait here and ensure that he's getting the defenses set up. Those are the outposts, okay.
Yes.
We can get a probe down there to set up some cannons as well. I mean, the odds of me actually blocking what he was trying to make here...
Your ally requires your aid.
I don't know. Maybe I blocked him. Maybe I didn't. In any case, let's just set up a... I mean, I've got a bunch of resources, so let's set this up. We're stuck at +1. That's okay. I really like these Signifiers. This whole Dark Templar faction's really unique. Pretty cool. Are you stuck? Nah, dog. Again, I'm getting my hotkeys still kind of messed up here. I would love to move forward and take out the drill. I really hate the drill. I'm trying to use everything at my disposal here. We'll be setting up fortifications here. Okay, probe. Okay, no, they're still building stuff. Good, good, good. Okay, great. Again, same thing though. We got to be careful we don't accidentally block them. As much as I want to push to the drill, I think I would rather. This is good confusion, I think. Might as well take whatever we can from these as well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We gotta scan.
Yes.
Those guys are gonna give them vision as well. Okay. Again, I'm still getting used to my abilities here.
Upgrade complete. Your allies' base is under attack.
Okay, run. Let's get up there. Stalkers are still kind of our bread and butter, but mixing in some Dark Templar as well just absolutely massacres ground. Should have taken the Thor. That's all right. Anyway, we basically have to wait and allow him to get set up still. Okay, out of energy to mind control. That's okay. We'll get some more here as soon as we get another Vespene drop. Gotta remember to be scanning.
Your ally has entered the fray. Stand as one.
Getting rid of this pre-play stuff is going to be really useful. Also, being able to set up some defenses up here, I think, will really, really help. I've got a bunch of extra resources now, so let's just go ahead and get set up here. And they're cloaked. I mean, the enemy can scan, so that's not really going to be that big of a deal, but still. I think I've gotten pretty much all the available upgrades for myself. This is cool, and I also like, I mean, it started with some pretty good, so, like a pretty good, interesting openers as well. With, like, the holdout section. And also, you know, it allowed us to get acclimated to our units and such.
Entered the fray. Stand as one.
Give me a confusion back there. Dark Archons are very, very, very good, if that's not clear. I guess let's go clear this last section. It looks like there's some resources to pick up there, too. Not that I really need those, but still.
Your ally requires your aid.
Getting those BCs.
We must form.
And he's sending out little attack waves from these areas, too. That's so cool.
Stand as one. There is much to be done.
Grab these.
There is little time. What? Our allies are engaged in battle.
Did he clear this out already? Oh. All right. Sure.
Your ally requires your aid.
Get an outpost there. My probe is still here. Let's move it up.
What is your will? There is little time.
And let's get a few more signifiers because I can afford them, and then let's just get a solid front line here.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
And then we can go for the drill. I like this because it's like you're fighting through the city streets, taking them, you know, reclaiming them like brick by brick. Block by block, I guess is the better way to describe that.
Your ally requires your aid.
And again, it reminds me of a lot of the missions that I really enjoy across StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3, which is like supporting your allies as they're getting set up across these different areas. Been playing a lot of Invicta lately. It's very similar to that as well. I didn't mean to make that sound like, oh, it's exactly like that. I meant like it's a concept that I enjoy. That's all. Still some pre-placed stuff here. We're gonna struggle to get our probes set up there. I suppose let's just get down here and take out part of green and then cut over to the drill.
the shadowed path.
Okay, and then Dark Archons as well.
From the shadows I come.
Oh, you jerks. You little jerks. Well, they also have Centurions. Do my Centurions have like a... It looks like my Centurions have a shield as well. Gotta get to that drill.
Your ally requires your aid.
Dude, look at that cloak. Take and take and take and take and take. Oh, Vorazun. No!
Ally requires your aid.
Well, number one, I'm not sure why quick saving doesn't work. Number two, I'm not sure why rewind was removed. But with these things both, I'll check where my last load was, but it was a long time ago, so I don't think we're going to be finishing this one. I really like the map. You know, I don't want to let this end sour the content of the map, but I don't think we're going to be able to... I don't think we're going to finish it. I think we're going to have to... We're going to move on. Yeah, this was a long time ago. I really like the faction. Again, it's kind of an interesting mix of co-op and campaign. And I liked the holdout section a lot. Again, I talk about things being concise a lot, and I view that as a big positive. Like it was like a concise intro to introduce you to the heroes. It was like a concise holdout, and I like those holdouts where, again, it's very much like something we saw in Odyssey. That's done that a few times, where you're surrounded and you can use this cover, but it's very hard to like keep track of every single side. So it builds that anxiety, and you wonder like, okay, what's going to come next that's going to force me out of my base or out of my little area? I'm going to have to move units around, etc., etc. But I'm intrigued by the story as well, so that makes me want to finish Shadow of Liberty and get caught up here, because I really, really like the advantages that the player has here. They're not ultra powerful, but they are very strong if you're willing to use them, and I think that's the most important thing. It's cool to give the player tools, but you can't. They're not just like freebies. It's like, oh, here's a billion passive abilities. No, like if you want to use Dark Archons, you have to use them. You have to actively use abilities. So I think that's pretty neat. I see you're telling me to use God mode. Is that just to like watch the end cinematic? I mean, it felt like we were relatively close. Once the drill goes down, seems like you're pretty close to the end there. I mean, do you all want to just watch the end cutscene? It's part of a campaign that y'all don't have context for.
Stand as one.
Oh, that's right. And the Shadow Charge does give a boost. They updated those
To be done. We must
in co-op, so that's why they do get a little shield after they Shadow Charge. There's a missile. Oh, my ally got it. Good work. Good work, 76. Executor Knox, under the Enclave Constitution, Section 46. You're under the arrest for treason against the Enclave. With my forces spent, I have no choice but to concur. I hope that you will soon realize that you have become nothing more than an errand girl for our hierarch. Carax, take him to the brig. Yes, Matriarch. You have doomed our people, Vorazun. I could have saved us. All of us. We gotta retreat. This battle's lost. The hell? Stand down, soldier. Who the hell are you? A much-needed ally, soldier. I represent an organization of people fond of the ways of the past. I was wondering if you and your remnants would still like to join our ranks. Doesn't look like I have much of a choice. Sure, I will. It's the defenders of man. You're making the right choice, soldier. Another group that also longs for the past. Absorbing another group that longs for the past. I'm glad I arrived when I did, friend John. It's battery-powered, Luxai. I am too, Vorazun. A couple more hours and we would have been goners. Seeing all these people happy and celebrating brings me such joy. Warriors like us only do not experience this feeling often. Warriors like us exist to fight the battles of a flawed government, Vorazun. Following your logic, do you believe a perfect government will stop all war? I mean, sure. Just one problem with that statement, though. And what is that? There's no such thing as perfect. You can try, but you'll never be able to achieve perfection. You can't please everybody. Sage words from John. The important thing is that you try your best. That's all you have to do. That's all that matters. In my eyes, that's what Valerian's doing. Better than others, anyway. For such a young species, you Terrans are excellent teachers. Oh man, you sound like my old man. He wanted me to pursue teaching. Is teaching a bad thing? Huh. No, not at all. It ain't for me, though. Not a fan of children. What are you going to do now? Tonight I will celebrate this victory. Tomorrow I'll find my house and start rebuilding, inch by inch. That's very noble of you, friend John. Thank you. Never thought I'd hear that from a Protoss. I would hate to leave your city in such ruin. Maybe there's something I can do before I leave. People of Noria, this is Triton Actual. We apologize for the radio silence. Technical difficulties on our end. We have food and medicine we'll be sending to you shortly. No, I think we'll be alright, Vorazun. Just know you'll always have allies on Noria. Goodbye, friend John. I'll be seeing you. Those are some big screws on the ground. Look at those. Man, what a gal. What a gal. 123 units killed by Vorazun. Now that Noria is safe and Nox is in custody, Vorazun can take the Spear of Adun back to Ire. Vorazun is still confused why the United Order suddenly provoked war against the Enclave. Eventually, Nox will crack, and his secrets will be exposed. Again, I really like the faction. I think this, I mean, I don't want to focus on the save thing. It was obviously my own fault that I wasn't manually saving, but this mission did sort of encapsulate things just not being what I am used to, and therefore I just didn't do it. Like saving, I couldn't rewind, I couldn't quick save. Those are the two things I typically rely on in StarCraft 2. But no, I had to manually save. I manually save in StarCraft 1, but I'm not typically in the practice of doing it in StarCraft 2, so I didn't really think to do it enough. So that was my fault, but I'm just explaining that when you remove stuff that I think the player is typically using and is used to using, you're going to run into issues like this. So again, I take responsibility for that. And it's also kind of the same with the grid hotkeys with the buildings, right? I think most people aren't going to be used to Q being their build key and E being their advanced build key. But again, that's just something that you get used to as you play it. This is part of a campaign, which I know it's associated with Shadow of Liberty, like the follow-up campaign. Then you get into that habit. But I'm not yet, because this is the first one that I've played of it, so it all feels a little strange to me still. But like the actual gameplay, like the way that the map was designed, I quite liked. The end section didn't feel like it was like crazy amounts of units, just like giant balls of enemy units coming at you, steamrolling stuff. I was also on standard, so I'm sure that it increases in difficulty quite significantly. And I really like the holdout. Learning about the new faction was probably my favorite part of the map. Just kind of how you mix the Artanis co-op faction, the Vorazun co-op faction, and then also the Protoss campaign faction all into one in a very intriguing way. I really liked this Vorazun faction. I thought that was really well done. And then the holdout section was just fun. Again, it's like mildly anxiety-inducing with the way that it's designed. Like you don't stop the pressure, and then it forces the player to micromanage their medics and their heroes a little bit, and then hope that your units are strong enough in cover to not get killed, and you're fast enough to get up there and heal them in time and support them with your heroes. Cool. Really well done. I think for the VOD, I'll just cut out that part where I had gotten up to use the bathroom, and we just had to push our way down to get to that end cinematic.